is a Miele electronic S312i Air Clean Plus. A very nice little S3 era machine from, I'd imagine, the early 2000s. I don't think it's horrifically old, bless it, but it's suffering from the incredibly common problem that most of this era Miele suffers from. The hose inlet is broken. So, let's have a look, let's check it is that, and then let's fit the replacement part that I have for it to get this old girl working well again. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my Miele hand vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, the hose inlet breaking off on this model is very, very common. Do not worry. Let's just remove the top to show the cause. You would have noticed, if it's happened to yours, that all of or some of the tabs snap off, and then this bit here, which should sit there and snug up against the bag seal, just falls off. And by the looks of everything else, it goes straight in, although this does run okay, you know, we'll turn it on in a bit. Our main focus is this part. So I happen to have a spare one here, which isn't cracked. I don't know why they did it, there's literally nothing under there. So the part number is there, Miele TN 4251102. Although what I would do if I didn't have a spare part was epoxy this on, and it works fine, but I have a replacement part. We're going to fit said replacement part and leave it at that. So we undo the 4 crosshead screws. One, two, and then the whole thing just lifts out. Here we have our cover, which is all very nice indeed, and before we put the new one on, I'm just going to spray a little bit of glass cleaner under there and just get it clean up really, because it'll just make the new one slide a bit nicer. Doesn't hurt to do it whilst you're in here, although we're not going to go the full refurbishment at the minute. Give this a wipe down because you'll never get to it again, and it just slots on there. This bit is quite clean, but you know, make sure it's okay still some more, and then you stick it on and then you flip it over, and you can then centre up this part here and do it reasonably hold itself in place while you do up the rest of the screws. With these seals and mating faces cleaned up, because that's what makes all the difference, we can start to fill in some of the holes that this machine has, mainly a pre-motor filter. That doesn't line up with any of these marks, which is perfectly normal. I don't know what the heck they print on half of these sometimes, although it is a genuine Miele filter, so who knows, but we'll cut that there, like so. Sit that on and do up the flap, and we have ourselves a pre-motor filter. Now we do have a post-motor filter. Yeah, it's not genuine, and oh yes, it's certainly not been changed in a little while. All the fluff on there. I think now's the time to show you how it runs, don't you? Just that little bit of wind down is a bit of a shame, but we'll stick a brand new genuine Miele air clean filter on, which I think just sort of swishes down like that. It doesn't really click down at all. So we'll call that done. We'll pop the tool door back on, which I only really took off to show you how easy it was to change. You can just do it with the machine laying down on its back. just that dry bearing really. We can now look to fill an even bigger hole with a genuine Miele FJM bag. And this is a J, so it's even correct. And that will allow our bag door to close. Oh yes. Put on its lowest setting. Very nice indeed. We don't have any tools fitted. It's just that wind down, isn't it really? But it'll do that for years perfectly happily. Let's give it a good old clean up because we don't want to do that. That is a problem with these. You've got to make sure that you don't turn it on with it shut, otherwise it will literally suffocate itself to death. Gosh, this is a nice book. Get this cleaned up a little bit. And with just a couple of new service items and a replacement part, or epoxy, you epoxy that together and leave it to dry, it works perfectly. If I didn't have another one, what we would have done. But now, put power to it. Oh, nice, quiet sounding motor, even on its highest setting. Just that sound on wind down, which is a little bit annoying, but it'll do the job, and more importantly, the lady can use her Miele once again. So yeah, there we go. Just thought I would show you, because it's always worth looking at a beautiful Miele S3. Look at it. It's loveliness, little dinky. This is the perfect size vacuum. This is the one that I've kept. I've kept my S311, the Spirits one. That's my keeper Miele, because it's just the right size, shape, with oodles and oodles of power. Oh, there we go really. Is that a problem you've ever had to fix before on the Miele S3, or do you just epoxy it? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, I, and possibly some other broken Miele, will see you soon. Bye bye.